So it's day two. It's almost 8 o'clock. This is much later than I would normally be getting started. The goal is to start very early in the morning. However, today's a holiday, so I can kind of start whenever. That's one of the nice things about holidays is you're not quite as rushed around when you work out or exercise or for how long. So, if you've got a longer workout, a longer run, holidays are good for that. This is still the beginning, and one of the things I thought is worth noting, how far my motivation has declined from day one to day two, which sounds really pathetic, but seriously, day one I was moderately motivated and encouraged to get out and get this thing going, and then today I really don't feel like going. So in the beginning, you're going to be forcing yourself out a lot, and that you just got to accept it. You've just got to accept it. Because before too long, it not only becomes something you look forward to, it becomes fairly easy to do. So just push through, get through the first month. The first month is one of the more difficult ones. There will always be days you don't want to get out and do it, but the first month, get through that, and you'll be okay. So just know that there are days you're just going to have to make yourself do it, and have 2 rest days a week at least, and look forward to those. Anyway, headed to the gym right now, so I'll check back in when I get there, and we'll see what I end up doing today. So I made it to the gym, and I'm about to go inside. Yesterday, or day one, which was 2 days ago, I took a break yesterday. I just walked on the treadmill and did some light stretching, so I really should only expect to do that again. It's day two, so you can't expect much. If this is the very, very beginning for you, and you made it to a gym or your favorite workout spot, and you just don't have the motivation to get going, don't. Now, you may think that sounds contradictory to what I said when I was leaving my house, that in the beginning it's going to be hard and you just got to push through. And that is true, but in the very beginning, you're establishing a habit. So what I'm doing is establishing a habit and exercising at the same time, but for some of us, even that is too difficult. So it's important that you find a time of day and a place that works for you. And if it's a gym in the morning, and in the beginning you're just establishing that habit of getting out and going, then that alone is enough, believe it or not. The other thing I would mention is why I joined the gym. With a name like Beard Naked Runner, you'd wonder why am I even going to a gym? In the beginning of establishing a habit and getting back into exercising and turning your life around, a gym gives you the ability to cut out any weather-related excuses. If it's raining, you don't have that excuse. If it's too cold or too hot, you don't have that excuse. So it's a really good almost incentive, if you will, to go and get out and exercise early on, because it cuts out a lot of the excuses that you can come up with when you're just going outside. So I'm going to go in and give it a whirl, give day two a whirl, and see and confirm again how out of shape I am. So I will see you on the other side. Well, that's it. Day two in the bag. Went inside and got on the treadmill. Same thing as yesterday, 1.5 miles. I'm more out of shape than a human should be, but that's okay. This is the beginning. And as I was in there, I was thinking about, this first week in particular. It's really important that you both tried to not overdo it and also avoid overcomplicating what you're doing. So it might be a good idea to just aim to do the same thing every day. So there's a couple other things I wanted to point out. One is when you're working out, especially as it's new, and you have a good day, it's very, very tempting to overdo it. You can't do that. So there's a dichotomy that you have to work through. One is forcing yourself to get out and do things, and the other is forcing yourself to say no when you feel really good and you want to do more. It's particularly important that you don't go too fast or go too far or go too long. So as you're finding what works for you, finding what pace is comfortable, what distance and time are comfortable, you're going to have to be willing to tell yourself no. Just get in there and do what you need to do. So this is day two for me. I'm headed home to try to have breakfast at an earlier hour, and I'm not taking a break tomorrow, so we'll check in then.